some progress being made on the Blomberg truck pattern. I've actually got it glued to the match plate board, and it's been curing for a couple of days, so let's see if we can clear things up a little bit here. Right. Now I did have one minor problem with this original pattern that I made, and the fact that I made it out of one thin piece of wood instead of like a plywood probably would have been better for dimensional stability anyways, because the journal pillars here, they actually bowed a little bit. They kind of curved a little bit, and it was because of the just the wood of that I made the pattern out of. It was pine, softwood of some type or other. Got it from Lowe's, I think, and you can kind of see there. Forcing it down flat again, I actually had a crack develop, but it got glued into place. So that should be okay. A little bit of spackle will help that right along. Now, one thing about making a match plate, and I'll grab the other half here, which I do not have on the back yet because I got to drill a couple of holes. The thing about a match plate is you got to be able to match it front to back. That's why it's called a match plate. That way the halves of the pattern will be lined up. How do you do that? Well, you can either do it by measuring, and I'll probably do a little bit of both methods just to double check. But what I did is that before I glued this into place, I took this half of the pattern, the front half of the pattern, I took it in and drilled a couple of holes, little holes, 1/8 inch holes, on the drill press. So I know they're fairly perpendicular to the front of the pattern, so they're at 90 degrees, and took that and clamped the two halves of the pattern together in the correct orientation, all lined up and everything. And you can see here I drilled through this front pattern into the back one, so I have matching holes front and back, nice and perpendicular. And then I took and glued this into place, and I'm going to drill down through, and I'm going to try to fit it on the drill press. I'm going to drill through those 1/8 inch holes all the way through and put a couple of dowel pins through there, and that way when I go to put this part of the pattern on the back, the dowel holes will match, and that way I can line it up pretty darn accurately. And like I said, progress made, and I decided to make a solid fake elliptical spring setup. I don't know if I'm gonna add a core print here or not. I think I'm just gonna try it solid just for simplicity's sake. And there we are. A little bit of spackle, a little bit of paint, and this thing will be ready for the sand. Alright. Here you can see what I'm talking about. There's the two pins in the back. I've drilled the holes. I haven't got this glued on yet. I just wanted to make sure of the placement. And you can look in the end here. You can see it's pretty well lined up. I think I have to tweak it a little bit because you can see the mark there, the pencil mark where I've got it. And I might have to scooch it around a little bit. But, yep, you can see the two holes I drilled. And the pins going through. And I think it's lined up pretty well. Ta-da. So far so good. We'll get that glued down, and then it's on to slapping a coat of paint on it.